authority. First 6 months. This is what Andy was focusing on. So Andy Miller, really, really cool guy. And you can see here in the startup phase, so we got in his first 6 months, we've done 170K. And if we keep things as they are, he should do 400K for the year. And I never ever set expectations, but if we've hit 170K in 6 months, we really should be hitting 400K within 12 months. So with Andy, these base elements of, right, I'm running a business, which means this client needs this type of candidate and vice versa. There'll be certain functions, variables that this client needs, this candidate needs. There'll be certain factors about authority. It's not just a case of we run one template or we do a CAS and it covers an entire niche. So niching down often gives us the ability to scale quicker. On the flip side, I mentioned Brant Hadley. Brant has got 500K clients in his niche. So there's two ends of the spectrum. But the point I'm making, if you haven't got this niching down or you haven't got this control, what you haven't got then is the ability to actually jump 0 to 170. I say Andy Miller, Irish Scientific, should be hitting about 400. So the actual process that we did with Andy was this. Number one, got clarity on his data. What that means is who his client is, who his candidate is, and we had them loaded into an auto tool called blah, blah, blah. We then got calls, conversion calls for Andy. Now, again, startup. So do you think Andy will convert better in a year's time than he is now? Of course. But we got calls, we want traction. And the third element was to follow him. We then deliver. We deliver the candidate. How? We go back to the data we've created and the automation that we've created. And that brings in the candidates into our diary with a filtering process, etc., etc. So this ability to go from 0 to 170K is now given Andy the option, because he's niche down, he's in niche 1, he can replicate into niche 2. What that simply means is use this template, tweak it based on our avatar analysis, and put it into the automated tool, its automated process. Now, again, I've mentioned the word template. So a template, often when I create a strategy, it might take me, I've been in tears at times. The very first webinar I ran took me 9 cycles to get a webinar to convert. 9 cycles. Peter Johns I mentioned. Peter Johns, 5X his business. He took 8 cycles to get his business, to get his campaign converted to the point he wanted to. But now, he's got a business at 5X, and Peter only works 1.5 hours a day. Works 1.5 hours a day. So with Andy, what we're looking to do with Andy is to get this traction phase. And what we need to make sure we got clarity on is this. You don't know in your marketplace what the actual figure is. Is it 25% are hiring now, 75% are not? Or is it 25%, or is it 15% rather of candidates open to move in, 85% not? You may or may not know that. And again, there are automated tools we can use to do this. However, traction phase is about getting paid quickly, knowing, shit, this stuff works. So the monkey on the back goes, shit, if I do put X amount of units in, I get X amount of conversion opportunities, and I get paid X. So the first phase is about that. If we go back to the model, and again, you're a business owner, if we leverage the engine, you can imagine that in the engine, there's multiple parts of that engine. There's nurturing. There's all sorts of parts of that engine. But that will come year 1, year 2, etc. With Andy, we want to get paid quickly. And remember what I said. If what you're doing in these first 3 months of the year is the same as what you're doing in the next 3 months of the year, or the third quarter or the fourth, you have not got a business. You have not got a business. You have got a job, maybe well paid,